Hey, Chris of Chris Likey Movies here. And if you've made it this far, you probably already know, but nevertheless, here is one more disclaimer before we start round five, the final round of Chris's Pals Likey Movie Trivia, Game 7. We had some weird things happen with the uploading process this go around. It backfired. We tried something new, it backfired. Nothing too major. There's no close ups, unfortunately, but we could still see everybody. There's some weird PowerPoint presentation graphic issues. The gallery view is covering up our scoreboard. I will interject with the visual of the scoreboard if you absolutely have to see it. I understand. I'm a visual guy myself. And without further ado, bearing all this in mind, please remember we're amateurs. We just want you to have fun. We want to get the episode out as fast as possible. I hope you enjoy it. Here it is, round four of Chris's Pals Likey Movie Trivia. And don't forget to subscribe. Punch that bell.
Welcome back to our final round for Chris's Pals Likey Movie Trivia. So I bet you're asking yourself, Jeff, what gives? Every single show you've hosted so far, you've introduced a new game. And you hosted Be Kind Rewind that you haven't hosted before, but there's no new games. You are in luck. I'm revealing a new game for the final round. And it might be a game I ripped off from a long-running, successful quiz show that may or may not sound like, oh, I don't know, Jeff, Party. It may sound like that. But before we get to that, we're going to share.
Jeopardy.
Before we get to that, we're going to show our scores. A lot of interesting movement in the last game. Maybe the closest game we've had thus far on Chris's Pals Likey Movie Trivia. We have MC Youngknees with 81 points, Kells with 74 points, Player McGameface with 72 points, and DJ Uncle Tay Tay with 38 points.
And here are what those scores look like.
I am calling this game, because you know I love my movie connections, What Happens in Vegas? What Happens in Vegas is the title of this. Because for this game, during the break, I had each player wager an amount of points. And I put the cap on the number of points as the same as the total number of points that DJ Uncle Tay Tay currently has at 38. So we will see when they reveal their answers what they wagered and how that will affect the scoring. If you answer this question correctly, you get the amount of points you wagered. If you answer incorrectly, you lose that amount of points. So very truly, even if it wasn't this close, it would still be anybody's game. And much like that final round on that successful game show, I gave them the category, which is films of the 70s. Another tie-in to our 7th episode, we have films of the 1970s. And in keeping with our other time limits, they will have 45 seconds once I finish reading this question to write down their answer. And that question is, known for the phrase, follow the money, this film was nominated for Best Film Editing, Best Director, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and Best Picture by the Academy, and won Oscars for Sound, Art Direction, Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Starting the timer now, you can write down your answer to that question.
You might have already said this. Do we have to phrase it in the form of a question?
You do not have to phrase it in the form of a question.
Okay.
I think not phrasing it in the form of a question keeps us out of copyright infringement. So don't frame it in the form of a question.
Okay.
20 seconds left for your answer.
Hmm.
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 And that is time. That is time. That is time.
Why is it that Disney Plus is supposed to have the whole Muppet library except for the original show, but they don't have the Muppets Take Manhattan? Why does the
Oh,
Muppets Take Manhattan get shit on all the time? It's the best movie out of all of them.
that's one of the
I wish they
ones.
had Miyazaki movies.
That is one of the movies I remember seeing in the theater as a child.
Yes.
So once
Love Muppets
again,
Take Manhattan.
once again, the question is: known for the phrase "follow the money," this film was nominated for Best Film Editing, Best Director, Best Actress in a Supporting Role, and Best Picture by the Academy, and won Oscars for Sound, Art Direction, Adapted Screenplay, and Best Actor in a Supporting Role. And I realized I did not make a slide for the answer for this one, so that's fun. So we're going to start with our fourth place player, DJ Uncle Tay Tay. What is your answer?
I wrote that one movie with the money.
That one movie with the money. That is that is incorrect. And because he wanted to risk it all, he risked it all. So he wagered 38 points. And we will see what that final score brings him to with his wager of 38 points. Moving on to our third place player, only out of third place by 9 points, which was the amount that he did not get for Scott Pilgrim versus the World, not to rub it in or anything. Player McGameface, what is your answer? What is your answer?
I went with All the President's Men.
All the President's Men is correct. That is the correct answer. And your wager was all 38 points that you could. So we'll see what that brings your score to with a correct answer. Next, we're going to go with Kells in second place. And she said...
No, I said The French Connection.
The French Connection. Oh, so close.
As soon as I...
So she wagered 30 points and unfortunately got that wrong. And our leader going into What Happens in Vegas, MC Youngknees said, Dog Day Afternoon. Honestly, I don't know everything. That's what I see. Okay, so she wagered 30 points and she did not get those points. I have a feeling I know who wins, but let's go to the scores. A conclusion to a very exciting game with a correct answer in What Happens in Vegas. Once again, first place, player McGameface with 110 points. Unfortunately, MC Youngknees, Kells dropped out of those top ranks with 51 and 44. And true to his word, DJ Uncle Tay Tay risks it all and leaves, much like he arrived, with nothing.
Final scores!
Thank you all so much, and I'm going to extend the question once again, maybe for the last time. Who knows if this is going to continue to be a prize in the future. Player McGameface, what do you want to do for next game? Do you want to return defend, or do you want to have someone host?
Well, I'll tell you what. Next episode is episode 8, and I heard through the grapevine that there might be an 1980s theme for episode 8. I heard that. So since I'm in charge of either hosting or picking a host, or maybe continuing my title reign, let's see. What can I do? I'm going to host. That's right. Player B, McGameface, is going to get all 80s out and be the host. In your face, Cordy McHostface. You don't mess with the player verse.
The player becomes the host. I don't know what to.
I'm so comfortable. I'm losing my disguise. I'm showing my lovely shirt from my buddies, my boys at OSW Review that helped. Like I gotta say thank you to Jay Hunter and V1 and Mr. OOC for helping me promote Chris's Pals Likey Movie Trivia. You guys are my boys. I love your show.
And I've got to thank all our wonderful players this evening. We had fun this evening. We may have had a few glitches here and there, but we rolled through, and I have loved playing and hosting this game. We'll see what the future holds for Jeff Mangum / Johnny Potatoes in future episodes. So make sure you tune in, make sure you subscribe, make sure you send in questions, put comments on these videos. We've had so much fun making these videos for you all. So make sure you're part of the conversation. And we're going to say good night from episode 7, if you can believe it, 7 episodes. Thanks for our players. Thanks for you watching at home. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you so much.